Gentlemen, welcome to episode 22 of the Friggin Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Margo Lima, and that's it. If you're an audio listener, yes, I am by myself today. Mike and Britt had some personal issues to take care of this evening, so they could not make it down, and Lee had some crazy stuff at work today, couldn't make it as well, so I said, you know what, I'll take one for the team and I will host the podcast tonight, which is not new to me. When the podcast originally started, the original Friggin Nerds podcast, towards the end I ended up doing quite a few by myself, so I'm pretty good with talking to the camera for a while, so this should be very fun. Get ready for a lot of talking, for a lot of fun. We will still be doing the nonsense draft, so for people in the chat live today, we're going to need 3 people today to fill in spots for the nonsense draft, so it should be a fun one. We'll get to that later, but before that, let's get into some fun, guys. We do have a few segments tonight that we can do by myself, one being a little one we haven't done in a while called the Time Turner. So, ladies and gentlemen, Time Turner usually is something we look back on, a cool event in nerddom. 3 years ago, we got the release of Spider-Man PS4, a fantastic Marvel game in itself. Spider-Man has been, something close to my heart for many years when it came to games. Really, this game was kind of, brought up through the original Spider-Man 2 movie game that came on PS2, and like that, I remember like that was like revolutionary. Where it was your very first like free roam Spider-Man game. You're like, the swing mechanics were fantastic. You're swinging from rooftop to rooftop. You could go anywhere. You can go to the Statue of Liberty. You can go anywhere as Spider-Man. And it was really before its time. And then several years later, we get Spider-Man PS4, a fantastic game that really borrowed heavily from that swing mechanic, which definitely brought it forward. Like, it's great stuff. And we've had other Spider-Man games that could free roam, but it's not as well as this. So something we'll be talking about later on is we have the PlayStation Showcase coming up on Thursday, which I'll talk about later in the Friggin Nerds news. We're hoping maybe we'll get some like talk of a new Spider-Man game. We have the Morales game that came out this is last year, it feels like, which was kind of a semi-sequel to that game. We have been waiting for a sequel for Spider-Man PS4 for a while, so happy 3 years, Spidey. We hope to see more of you in the upcoming weeks. Insomniac really killing it with the Spider-Man game, so excited to see that. Moving on, another fun little segment we like to have here is Friggin Nerds Recommends. We like to recommend things every once in a while. We like to have fun games you might like, fun movies you might like, all that good stuff. So today we want to talk about a fun little game that I actually started playing on my stream the other day, which was Lake. Lake is a really fun game based in 1986. It's a mail simulator, basically. Yes, you're delivering mail in a small town. You play a character called Meredith Wise, who she's living in the city, crazy office job. And her father calls her to come down for 2 weeks to cover for him in the old town they work in, delivering packages. And that's basically what you do, but it's a fun little, like, really cozy game. You kind of hang out, really relax, and you're kind of like not only delivering mail, but you're making you're starting relationships with people in the town. and it's like a really fun thing. Like being someone who's like from a small town, it kind of resonated with me in a way. And being a delivery driver, it was like this is a little too realistic for me. But it's a really beautiful game, a lot of fun. And if you guys haven't seen it, if you follow my Twitch channel, Tactical Panda 007, you can watch the VOD. I played for a few hours, played a couple of hours of the game. It's a lot of fun. If you want to check it out for yourself, if you go on Steam, there is a free demo available, and you can play through I think like 2 days, like in game, which is great. And if you decide to play the game, your save from the demo transfers over to the actual game. Because I was like wondering that, like I played the demo, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll start it over for like the stream, and we'll do the tutorial and whatnot. But it just let me continue on from where I was in the demo. So I was like, that was fun. So we just kept on going through there, and that's about it, man. So a lot of fun with Lake. Check out Lake. A really great time. Can't recommend it enough. But without further ado, guys, of course, one of the biggest segments of the night. You know it, you love it. It's time for the Friggin' Nerds news. Only a couple items on the list today. Not that many items going on today on the list, but we will talk through it. We have a pretty big story towards the end that we'll talk about. But the first one being, we've talked about this movie several times on the podcast, and it's been a really big roller coaster of events. According to Variety.com here, Venom, Let There Be Carnage will open in theaters earlier than expected. We were told last week, I believe, that it was going to be October 15th, I believe. It is now being moved to October 1st. So, from Variety.com, Sony has altered release plans for Venom Let There Be Carnage for the 5th and hopefully final time, for real. In a surprise move, the comic book adaptation starring Tom Hardy as the journalist turned alien symbiote will debut in theaters earlier than expected on October 1st. The Venom sequel was scheduled to premiere in October 2020, but due to the pandemic was pushed to June 2021, and then late September, and most recently October 15th. So, that being said, a lot of speculation within our community was, are they moving around these times to get around the MCU movies? And we're not sure about that, because we have Spider-Man, MCU Spider-Man coming out in December. We have Eternals in November, and now we have Venom in October, which was originally in October, but now we're moving it to the very first day of October, which is interesting. It might just be, just maybe other movies that are being moved around in theaters. Maybe I'm just speculating. I got my tinfoil hat on, man. Anything could be happening. But very exciting to see that we're getting it sooner. Give me more Marvel sooner, man. I'll take it. This will probably hold me over until we get the Eternals. So it should be very, very, very exciting. So Venom, we'll see if it doesn't get moved. We still got a few more weeks. Let's see, it's September 7th today. So we'll see if it moves at all anymore. But very, very exciting nonetheless. Next piece of next piece of news is, man, we got some very, very weird, very exciting trailer news. We just got teased with the Matrix 4. Matrix 4 was just like dropped on us today. Like, it was speculated that something was coming, trailer, whatnot. But they launched a fan site called whatisthematrix.com. You click on it, and they give you two choices. They give you a red pill and a blue pill. Click on one, and you get a trailer. Snippets of a trailer. And it's very weird, man, because they kind of set it to your time zone. So I looked at it at 1:05 in the afternoon, and it was the time 1:05 p.m. or is it? And they just and they just bring you in. And I was like, oh man, that was so weird. Then they hit the blue pill, and there's other like scenes in there too. You know, one had some great Keanu scenes in it, and one had the kind of other little flashes in it. So it just, you get a first look at Keanu. He's got the long hair. He's looking great, because, you know, we saw pictures of him like with a shaved head, so we were wondering, is that what he's going to look like in the movie? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe he has a wig. Who knows? But it looks phenomenal. It looks like a lot of fun. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's gonna be great. If you haven't seen all the Matrix movies, man, go see those movies for sure. This is a very, very exciting news coming up in the Matrix world. It's unbelievable, really cool marketing, like really, really creepy. Like, I was really like, man, am I gonna get sucked into the Matrix, man? What's going on? It's really, really creepy, man. But very, very exciting. We're getting some more Matrix action, more Keanu. We got Keanu is always a good thing, man. Always a good thing. Moving on, we got some other fun news coming up this coming Thursday. We have the official PlayStation Showcase 2021. Very, very exciting news coming up out of there. Hopefully, one being Hogwarts Legacy, which is one we've been talking about for a while. If you guys follow James Expecto go check out his YouTube channel. He has some great videos, you know, a lot of speculation videos, and tell you, man, he knows something we don't. But he's going to be covering a lot of stuff for the game coming out. We're going to keep our eyes on that as well here on Friggin' Nerds, and of course other games coming out too. There's like a lot of speculation of, you know, like I said, maybe a Spider-Man game. Maybe we'll see some new Spider-Man action. Maybe God of War, looking at God of War Ragnarok, which is something that's been kind of talked about a little bit here and there. And then of course Hogwarts Legacy, like, which is something we haven't seen in so long. We've been wondering what's going on with this game. I know they pushed it back to, you know, because of the pandemic, and they want to make it look clean and make it look nice. But we're definitely going to get some Hogwarts Legacy news, I believe. So I think we are going to be live streaming that on Thursday. So be sure to tune into Friggin' Nerds Media on Twitch. I think it's around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It should be a blast. We hope to see you guys there. It should be fun. So moving on from there, man, that's basically all the main news that we had to cover this week. So I want to go with a bigger deal here. We want to review a movie that came out this week that was phenomenal, that really changed like Marvel again. That we're talking about Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi has finally come out, ladies and gentlemen, and it has wiped the floor with everything. It has completely carried in theaters, crushing it with 94 million and counting this past weekend. Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings capped off Labor Day weekend at the box office with a bang. Superhero action adventure starring Canadian actor Simu Liu had even bigger debut than expected, collecting 94.4 million in its first 4 days of release and setting a new high watermark for the holiday weekend. Now, this movie crushed like we were very excited to see Black Widow come out. Like, that was kind of like the first movie we were like, oh, the first Marvel movie back. We're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be great. And it kind of fell on deaf ears a bit. You know, it wasn't that successful because of the whole Disney Plus stuff, and it just some of it wasn't that exciting. But with this movie, man, spoilers ahead, guys. I'm gonna be on my soapbox for a few minutes talking about this movie. So spoilers ahead for Shang-Chi. So if you haven't seen Shang-Chi, what are you doing? Why are you over here? Shut me off, go watch the movie, come back and listen to the podcast on Thursday. But guys, this movie was fantastic. Went to go see it on opening night, and one thing I've been telling people is I feel like you don't have to be a Marvel fan to enjoy this movie. Just being personally a fan of, like, you know, old school kung fu movies, you know, just really so much fun. You know, I have so many great memories of watching those movies, but I really had a real, like, feeling of like almost like a Jackie Chan influence in some of the fighting styles. You know, Bruce Lee, all those like old school movies. Everything, it felt like an old school movie, but still having that contemporary feel of a Marvel movie. That being said, where it fits in with everything, it's crazy. It's definitely happening pre-Endgame, post-Endgame. We kind of mentioned like, oh, you know, half the world was snapped, all that. But this was something that was built for a while, since Iron Man 1. Like, we've been waiting for a 10 rings type of thing to happen. Only got kind of snippets of it, and it made everything kind of come back full circle. I kind of mentioned this on the last podcast, where, you know, I feel like Iron Man 3 got a little redeemed for people who didn't enjoy the movie because of the one shot that was released, which I found out, by the way, it was actually it came out in 2014. And I was like, I've never seen this one shot before. It was in the bonus features in the Thor Dark World DVD. Like, of course I didn't watch that. Of course I didn't buy that movie on DVD. So that's why I missed that. But it was very good marketing, very, very slick to put it out right before Shang-Chi weekend. And really connected things a little bit. You know, if you don't know, talked about the old school Mandarin and how there actually is a real Mandarin, and that gets brought up in this movie as well. We see the fake Mandarin a lot in this movie, and he's very helpful. Has his little sidekick buddy. A lot of fun. But let's just get to the acting. Like, they killed it. Like, Shang-Chi, like, it was said in some reviews, he's gonna be like our favorite Avenger. He's my new favorite Avenger. He was so much fun. The choreography is crazy. He's a funny guy. Like some people thought that the jokes didn't really hit well. I thought they hit great. You know, I thought it's a hilarious movie. So much fun. Aquafina's hilarious. She's a blast, and you know, I'm hoping to see her. It looks like she's gonna be in other movies, according to the end credits scene. There are going to be some more appearances from these characters for sure. But getting into some of the as well, just a lot of interesting things. Like we one of the big things we saw in a trailer originally was Abomination fighting Wong in a cage match, and we're like, why is Abomination there? Why is Wong there? Is he just like messing around? Is he trying to make some money for Doctor Strange? He's being like a slouch at home. And it turns out like he's like running stuff over there. You know, Wong, like him and Abomination, they're kind of like they're like sparring buddies. And like you see that initial fight, at the end they're like, you know, we got to work on our moves. Let's go back to the gym and start working on some other moves, which is interesting. So that leaves the question, you know, where's Abomination gonna like lie in like the future? If he's hanging out with Wong, you know, where's he gonna go? Is this before Spider-Man? Is this after? When he goes back, is that when Strange messes with the spell with Peter? Does he come back and is like, oh, what's going on now? Does Abomination and Wong have to save the day? Who knows? I know a lot of speculation was that you know, Abomination is probably going to be joining, you know, the Dark Avengers, or you know, whatever you want to call it, or the what's the other? I forget the other name of the other group. But you know, with our crap cap pals and all that, you know, seeing them all to get together, is Abomination going to be a part of that crew? Could be interesting to see. You know, but you know, so we haven't seen him since the original Hulk movie, which is one we haven't really cared about. And you know, how is that going to be affected? Are we going to get a Hulk movie out of this? Like, there's so many questions in like this movie. I didn't think that we were going to have like a lot of questions. Like, I knew we were just going to have a fun time watching a martial arts movie that obviously had the Marvel stamp on it. But I was just very, very curious to see where it goes. But this is a great flick. When it comes to like origin movies, you know, you think of your Iron Man, you think of Thor, all those build movies. uh just amazing how they do this, because like a lot of people thought this movie was gonna flop. They're like, well, no one knows this character, you know, all the casuals definitely don't know the character. How is this gonna work in a film format? But then I always bring up, like I've said it several times in the show, who gave a crap about the Guardians of the Galaxy before the Guardians of the Galaxy came out? Nobody. Like, don't act like you knew who the Guardians were. You know what I mean? Same thing with Shang-Chi. Don't act like you knew who Shang-Chi was before. You know, some people actually, I'm sure people have read the books, but like, not everybody knows them. And this really would I think it's gonna open people's eyes, and people are gonna go pick up Shang-Chi comics, man. It's like, you know, when people saw Abomination showing up right away, boom, people are buying Abomination books. Like, oh, what's the first, you know, book Abomination showed up in? That book's like worth like $100,000 now or something. You know what I mean? Like, just crazy what they're doing with Marvel. So obviously, with Shang-Chi being done, we have Eternals to look up to coming up next November. In November. Before that, obviously Venom, but we don't, you know, it looks like Venom's even gonna be connected, so it doesn't even matter. So we're gonna have Eternals. I'm curious to see how that adds up, because they kind of show at the end credit scene there's some kind of beacon within the 10 rings. So the beacon being in there, who is that signaling? Is it one of the Eternals? Is it, you know, like who is like coming, you know, next for Shang-Chi? Are the 10 rings more important than we really thought? You know what I mean? Is it going to play a significant part in the next film? Very interested to see. Should be very interesting indeed. But all in all, guys, I gotta give my final rating on this movie. Like, I'm not even gonna front, man. Probably gonna give it a 10. Probably gonna give it a 10. Like, I had such a blast watching this movie. I will go see it again. I kind of want to sneak off this weekend and go see it again. Maybe I'll sneak off during the week and go see it. You know, I want to go see it again, because, you know, obviously I want to go see things that I missed. I go catch Easter eggs. You know, anything that any YouTuber hasn't caught yet. You know what I mean? And I just want to go enjoy it again, man, because it was such a blast. Edge of my seat the whole movie. So much fun. So 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. So much fun, so exciting. Cannot wait to see some more Shang-Chi in the future. But my goodness, see, so this is a very short news day, short episode altogether. So very excited about that. We'll hopefully get word from Mike and Britt, Lee, and all of them for a full review from them about Shang-Chi, because we actually all saw it together at the same time. Like, if you're following us on Discord, if you're not, why aren't you following us on Discord? Go on Discord, Friggin Nerds Media. We actually like shared selfies at the same time of us in the theater enjoying our popcorn. It's like, oh man, it's like we're together, we're not really. So it was really fun to see that. So it was really cool to do that. So Shang-Chi, go check it out. But anyways, guys, it feels like I just blew through this episode, man, but we're doing it. We end every single show with, you know it, you love it, it's the Friggin Nerd Nonsense Draft. Every week we get together and we draft not one, not two, but 4 characters, food dishes, friends. Anything could happen on the nonsense draft. This week was a little wild. I think we had the most votes in a draft in Friggin Nerds history. I believe it was a whopping 49 votes. We had the Big Brother Fandom draft. Now, Britt took it a little differently and said, I can pick anybody, any fandom, anybody in a fandom. And I said, yeah, anybody in a fandom. So she hits me with James Whitehead Jr. of Expecto Go. And that killed me. I was like, that's That's the knife in my chest that's gonna get me. But I said, you know what? I can do you one better, and I hit him with Sue. Expecto Go. So right there, we had a battle. We had a clash of champions happening, but I still lost, unfortunately, after a very huge fight. I gotta give it to Britt. So the final score of this past week was we had Mike at 14.3, me at 34.7, Lee at 10.2 at the bottom, unfortunately, and Britt at a whopping 40.8% of the vote. Unbelievable battle. Could not believe it. So the standings as of right now are Britt at 18, me at 11, Mike at 11, and Lee at 8. It's still anybody's game. Anybody's game. And I think we end like in October 19th, I believe. There's still time. There is still time to do this. So we will be looking with great interest. With great interest. So, obviously, guys, as you can see, I'm by myself tonight, which is a first in the draft. So, we're going to have to get 3 people from the audience to cover for Mike, Britt, and Lee. So, first 3 people in the chat, give me a number 1, and first 3 ones will be getting a chance to draft for those characters. We got. I'll give you guys the topic. The topic is cast an action movie. 1 hero, 1 villain, 1 sidekick, and 1 love interest. So, let's see. Let's give Cindy a chance in there. We had Stoop last time. Let's see. Who wants to do it? We had Ty and Stoop last time, so I want to get some different people this week. So let's get Is the Boss in. Let's get Josh in. Let's get Cindy in. My 3. Yeah, we'll do you 3s. We'll do you 3s right there. Let me write you guys down. Josh. And now, so Josh, Cindy, and Is the Boss. Who do you guys want to draft for? Action movie heroes. So it's cast an action movie. So we need 1 hero, 1 villain, 1 sidekick, and 1 love interest. That's be very interesting. Interesting indeed. I'll let Is the Boss pick first? All right, Is the Boss, you pick first. Cindy will draft for Lee. Okay. Get you in for Lee. Is the Boss who you liking? Yeah, you can pick in any order. Like, you know, you can pick your hero first, your villain first, you know, whatever. But who do you want to draft for? Yeah, I'll decide. Josh, you may do for Mike. Is the Boss. You're going for Britt. There we go. All right. And as you guys know, as we always do, we roll our d20. So since you guys aren't here, I'm gonna roll for you. So I'll roll for me. Oh, I got a 16. 16. We'll roll for Josh, aka Mike. 17. Josh is before me. My goodness. And then we'll go in for Is the Boss, aka Brit, with a 3. Leaving Cindy. Can you beat a 3, Cindy? Come on, Cindy. A 19. A 19. Cindy steals it. Cindy steals it with a 19. Unbelievable. So there you go, guys. Again, we are doing cast and action movie. We need 1 hero, 1 villain, 1 sidekick, and 1 love interest. You know, honestly, guys, are you guys in the Discord? Do you guys want to jump into a voice call? That might make things a lot easier. Yeah, I like the way you think, Cindy. All right, let's get you guys in. You guys jump into the waiting room, and I'll drag you guys in. All right, here we go. Boom. Here we got Cindy. Cindy, you're on. I don't know if she can hear me. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
There you are. We got Cindy, and we got Josh.
Hey.
Hey, look at this. Look at this. You guys are guessing the podcast without even knowing. Beautiful.
I gotta mute you on the stream. There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. And I don't know about Is the Boss. If you can't be on Discord, it's fine. We'll play with you on stream then. So in that case, let's get started. Cindy, you're first. This is a big one. This is your big moment.
Any action movie hero or any actor from anywhere playing a hero? I'm still not sure.
Any character you can think of. You know, you can go with, you know, a Marvel character. I mean, hell, you can go as crazy as Brit went and cast a WooTuber.
Okay. I think hero, I'm going to go with Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. All right.
Yep.
Let's go. I gotta make a little list here. Indiana Jones.
And that's with no time to think about it. That's my hero.
That's it, man. That's how we roll here on Friggin' Nerds. So next we got Josh or Mike. What do you got, Josh?
All right, don't think me Mike, but I'm gonna go with sidekick.
Sidekick.
I'm gonna go with, from the Lord of the Rings, Samwise Gamgee.
Oh,
for sidekick.
Nice. Good one.
Gamgee. I'll have Mike do spell check later for that. Because I don't know what's the. That's for a sidekick, right? All right.
Rightly.
All right. Let's see. And Jones, I'm assuming, is your hero. All right. The next one is me. Okay. So I'm thinking here. 1 hero, 1 villain, 1 sidekick, 1 love interest. Very, very interesting. I'm gonna try to go actors here. I think I might go actors. So also it's the boss. If you're in the Discord, just hit the waiting room voice channel. I'll drag you in. For my first pick, I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the villain. A lot of great villains in the world. Actor wise, I feel like this guy does it really good. I'm gonna go with Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe for my villain. Dafoe. Beautiful. Hey, don't you be talking in there in the chat there. All right, so Is the Boss, you're next up. If you're not in the Discord, is answer in the chat. Who is your first pick? Might be an awkward silence in the middle, so we'll put some music in the background. Oh my goodness. Technical difficulties. Oh, there we go. Villain is the boss has chosen Heath Ledger's Joker. Uh-oh. That's actually really good. That's actually really good. That's your villain. All right. Now you're at the end, boss, so you get 2 with the snake draft. What is your second choice? Look at the jazz music going again. Oh yeah. Sidekick would be Jackie Chan from Rush Hour. Interesting. Interesting.
Jackie Chan is a sidekick. All right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Rush Hour, huh? Was he a sidekick in that movie? I mean, I guess you can count that. So, all right. Next one. We're going in. So I got my villain, Willem Dafoe, and it was kind of spoiled in the chat. You guys know me too well. I guess I'm just going to spill the beans. For my hero, we're going to go with Stone Cold Steve Austin as your hero, brother.
Oh, yeah.
There, Stone Cold, baby, as my hero. That's going to be a hell of a movie. He has some very, very fun movies out. I highly recommend them. So we got 2 there. We're back to Josh. Josh, what do you got? I don't know if Josh is still there.
He's muted.
Uh-oh.
Maybe he's faking it out.
There he is. Oh, he's thinking. Let's see.
I'm thinking between 2.
You got your sidekick. We need a hero, villain, or a love interest.
I'm gonna go Peggy Carter.
Oh, as your hero?
As my love interest.
As your love interest. Ooh. Yes. Ooh, Chinese Fireball. Ooh. All right, Peggy Carter, love interest. I'm a very messy handwriting here. Ooh, very good. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Next one, Cindy, you got 2. Let's see what you got.
Yeah. Okay. I hopefully forgives me for going old school on just about all these picks, but my villain is going to be Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, that is a good one. That is a very good one.
And then my sidekick is Chewbacca.
Oh, right in the heart.
Oh, man.
Right in the heart.
Yes.
Oh, you got
excellent choices.
Oh, you got Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, and you got Chewbacca. That's genius. You know, there actually is a fan comic out there where apparently I believe it's Indiana Jones. He finds these old like relics and they have like Wookiees on the wall or something like that. So they want to do like a crossover of Indiana Jones and like Star Wars.
Oh.
It was like a fan fiction thing. Really fun. So like that's like the fan fiction movie right there. You're killing it. Wow, really good. Really.
Ty's trying to correct you that it's not a fan comic.
Oh, fan fiction.
It's nice to hear about it.
It's out there. Fan fiction. All right, Josh, you got 2 more. Give me one. What do you got?
All right. I'm going to do Anton from No Country for Old Men.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Anton. Can't really go more cold-blooded than that.
Oh my god, that's for your villain. That's good. That is good. Man.
Hero.
Yeah, so you got hero left. You gotta think about that. And let's
yeah, just one choice right now, not two, Josh.
let's
Because it's going to come back around.
Yeah.
Oh, I got two choices. That's right. You guys had two choices. Okay.
Yeah, only the people at the end have the two choices. So so I'm up. So I got my villain as Willem Dafoe. Just Willem Dafoe. He's my villain. Then we have Stone Cold Steve Austin as my hero. Let's see. I think we're gonna go. With a sidekick. Who's gonna be Stone Cold's sidekick? You know what? I'm gonna break the fourth wall like Britt did last week. I'm gonna draft myself. I'm gonna draft myself as the sidekick. And there's nothing Britt can do to stop me. Nobody can stop me. Beautiful. Now I think we have. I think Is the Boss already picked another one. Love interest. For Is the Boss would be Lola Bunny from Space Jam. Okay.
Right?
Lola Bunny. And you have one more choice, your last choice of the draft, boss. So
yeah, Stoop, I was thinking the same thing when he was saying about himself as the sidekick. I didn't say it though.
Oh, come on now. Let's see. All right. So we have the boss has a villain in Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, a sidekick in Jackie Chan, and Lola Bunny's a love interest. That means you just need a hero. Who's your hero going to be, boss? Oh my goodness. With the jazz music again. Darn lags.
Yeah, there's a lag.
Or I get a nice little water break too. Haven't drank. There we
People
go.
were typing 1, 2, 3 before I even knew why they were typing 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Ash Ketchum.
Ash Ketchum. That's a nice one. That is a good one. That is a very good one.
The youthful vigor and hope that springs eternal.
That's for Ash Ketchup. Good enough. All right, so that completes his list. Their list. My list: Willem Dafoe, Stone Cold, Mara's my me as my sidekick as a sidekick. How do you love it? Love interest is hard.
Well, now you got to go the fourth wall again.
With who? Lee? I don't want her to be Stone Cold's side piece.
Love interest.
Although I'll be real, I would totally let Stone Cold. I would totally let Stone Cold give Lee a stunner in front of me. I'd be like, that's fine. That's my hero right there. For love interest, man, it's very tough. Who's gonna be Stone Cold's like love interest? I feel like I painted myself into a corner here. Let's see. I'm gonna go. Love interest. Gracious. Oh man.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson. Oh, that's genius. That is genius. I kind of want to go with another wrestler. Perhaps. Oh, it's the boss in the waiting room. Let's get the boss in here. Here's the boss. What's happening?
Oh, there he is.
Perhaps. Oh, it's the boss in the waiting room. Let's get the boss. Oh, there's my voice in the background.
What's happening? Oh, there he is. Boss, you need to mute the stream. There you go.
There it is. So okay, my love interest. I think I'm going to go with. Nope, not that. No, I'll go Star Wars 2. I'll go with Princess Leia. How about that? Princess Leia, aka Carrie Fisher, my first crush. Beautiful. There's my list.
Trying to steal mine. You did not succeed.
Hey, you got the better one. You got you. I should have Chewbacca as my love interest. That would have been better. That would have been a more fun film. He's a hairy feller, but I like him. All right, we got Josh. Josh, final pick of your draft. What you got?
Now, I don't know if you would consider. I don't know, maybe you could consider him a hero. I was thinking from Fight Club, Tyler.
Oh, who is it you cut off?
Tyler Durden from Fight Club.
Oh, Tyler from Fight Club?
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's a well-rounded team. I like that team. And now we got Cindy. Cindy, your final pick. You're the final one of the entire draft. What you got?
Yep. Drum roll. I am picking Julia Roberts, Pretty Woman.
Oh, that's the sleep.
That's a good one. That's a good.
I hope I did you proudly.
Here we go. I love that movie. I haven't seen that movie in a while. Oh my goodness! What a!
I don't know how she would line up with Indiana Jones, but she's everybody's sweetheart. So
I can see it. I can totally see it. I mean, that was around the same era. No, what years did those movies come out?
Yeah,
80s.
Yeah, making me feel old, but thanks.
What?
Hey.
I grew up with those movies. What do you mean? I love those movies. All right, so let's recap the teams here. We have the cast and action movie draft. We got Cindy for Lee with Indiana Jones, Hannibal Lecter, Chewbacca, and Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman. That's a hell of a movie. And we got Josh with Ganji. Did I say his name right? Ganji. As a sidekick. Peggy Carter. Anton from No Country for Old Men, and Tyler from Fight Club. That's gonna be a lot of fighting in that movie. A lot of fists are gonna be thrown. Then we got me, Mario, with Willem Dafoe as my villain, Stone Cold Steve Austin as my hero, moi as the sidekick, and Princess Leia as my love interest. Who knows? The sidekick might get the girl at the end. You never know. Technically, yeah, Han Solo was kind of the sidekick in that movie. Anyways. And then we got Boss with Heath Ledger's Joker, Jackie Chan from Rush Hour, Lola Bunny as a love interest, and Ash Ketchum as the hero of the flick. My goodness, that was a hell of a draft. Very good. We will have the final graphic up tomorrow for everyone to vote, so be sure to vote for your favorite. Whatever you do, don't vote for Mike. We don't want Mike to win this year. I'm sorry, Josh, but you're either way. But vote tomorrow, guys. But Josh, Boss, Cindy, guys, thank you for playing with us. This was great. Last minute, you guys killed it.
Thank you. This was fun.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna sign off on the podcast. I'll talk to you guys in the chat. But again, thank you so much. Love y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Love you. And my goodness, that was fun, guys. That was a blast. So be sure to get those votes in. It's probably not gonna be as intense as last week, but still should be fun either way. So guys, that's gonna do it for the Friggin' Nerds podcast. How'd I do by myself? Not bad. A little quick, a little sloppy. We got through it. We got through it together. We opened some so-so Pokemon cards during the pre-show. We got through some news, talked some movies. Had fun. Had a good time. Had a very good time. But ladies and gentlemen, that's been the Friggin' Nerds podcast for this week. You guys want to join the live audience here every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today was 8 o'clock. Be sure to check out twitch.tv/Friggin' Nerds Media. Also follow us on various sources of social media. Various forms of social media. You can tell I haven't gotten any sleep last night. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Follow, subscribe everywhere you can. Be sure to rate and review the podcast where you can. Helps us support the show. Thank you for the biddies. Cindy's dropping biddies on the chat. This is great. But guys, thank you for joining us. As always, I'm Mario Lima. And that's it. Stay friggin' nerdy, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.